I made my grandma TikTok famous in just 1 month, and today I'm gonna take you along for the ride, show you how I did it, and show you how you can use these exact same strategies to recreate this success on your own. Most content creators would literally charge you thousands of dollars for this one video because of how much information is packed into it. I think this is definitely my best video yet because I am giving all that to you for free. All I ask is that you watch through the entire video, and if you gain something from it, please subscribe. Okay, now into the video. Today we're just a few days over a month since I decided to take on a big challenge. Over the last few years, I've practically dedicated my entire life to content creation. I've spent so much time studying exactly what makes a viral video, and although I felt like I had a pretty good grip on it, I wanted to put that to the test. If you're watching this right now, then you've probably seen me on TikTok before, where I've been lucky enough to get more than 1 billion views across all of my videos. It's been a wild ride. But did I get lucky? If I had to start from scratch, could I do it all again? Lightning doesn't strike twice in the same place, and today we're gonna be putting my social media brand building skills to the test. I set a few rules for myself because I wanted this to be as fair as possible. First off, I wanted to use my grandma, aka Nona, for this experiment because I think it makes it more challenging. Only 11% of TikTok's users are over the age of 50, so I needed to find a way to make my grandma appeal to both that demographic and also the younger audience. Otherwise, I'd be limiting our potential. Also, while we're on the topic of age, though of course she looks like she's in her 20s, Nona is a little bit older, and I knew that I couldn't overwork her. I knew that I wouldn't be able to get too many videos out of her, so each one really had to pull its weight. Next rule, I did not use my personal brand at all to promote her page. You can't see my face in any of her videos, and I did not give her a shout out. I was starting from zero here, but I had a plan. I jotted down a few things that made my grandma interesting. She enjoys knitting, cooking, she has a really interesting story as an Italian immigrant, and she has an incredibly funny personality. I decided that it was the best idea to hone in on the cooking since I know TikTok has a lot of insanely viral food content. That being said, I also knew that I'd be shooting myself in the foot if I didn't use her personality and her incredible emotional stories from the past to make her viewers feel more connected with her. I had a really good feeling that this would work out perfectly. Cute grandma, incredible food, heartwarming stories, and some good laughs. Who doesn't love all of those things? So once I decided to stick with this theme, I started doing some market research. I found a few accounts that were kind of similar to what I was going for here, and I took inspiration from certain elements that I liked in their most viral videos. That being said, nobody was doing exactly what we were about to do. And if they were anywhere close, they didn't stand a chance because I was about to outwork them. I noticed that these similar accounts filmed all of their videos on their phones and they didn't edit anything. So I decided to use my camera for some better quality, and I also edited the videos on my computer so that I could add in fast cuts and some B-roll. Little side note, you don't need a good camera or any editing skills to make a viral video. My camera is decent and I do pretty minimal editing in iMovie, which I learned just by messing around with it on my own. Anyways, after I had my plan down, there was one step left: execute. Every Saturday morning and afternoon, me and Nona decided to spend our time making videos. She would make 1 or 2 traditional Italian food items, and I would get everything on video. As someone who has gone through the challenge of talking to a camera like I'm doing now, I encouraged Nona to be as comfortable as possible. I assured her that I could delete anything that she didn't want to make the cut, but I needed her to be her incredible self. I wanted to make sure that she wasn't hiding her personality, but I also didn't want her acting more extremely for the camera. I was confident that the world would appreciate raw and honest Nona. To my surprise, just because of how difficult it is, she did a phenomenal job. After the first weekend of shooting, I went back to the office and decided what the editing style would look like. It was a lot of work. I took a David Dobrik type of philosophy here where I filmed literally everything, so I was cutting down 45 minutes of footage into 1.5 minutes. These videos were taking me 3 to 4 hours each to edit, so in my head, I was begging to the internet gods that they would make these videos go viral. That week, I posted them both and our hard work paid off. The first video got over 100,000 views and the second video crawled past 700,000 views. In less than 2 weeks, Nona hit the very first follower milestone. 10K. I was really proud, but we didn't stop there because we still had a few weeks left in the challenge and I wanted to see just how far we could take this. Over the course of a month, we only got to post 8 videos because, like I said before, I can't overwork my grandma. Because of the performance of these videos, we were able to build an incredible community around our work. After just 1 month of posting, Nona is currently sitting at more than 70,000 followers. This process was incredible and it's something that I truly enjoy, and since it worked out so well, me and Nona are actually gonna continue making the videos. For anyone who wants to recreate this success for themselves, this right here is the most important part of the video. I'm gonna review Nona's most viral video yet and explain to you the elements in that video that made it such a success. These are things that you could and should be implementing if you want to be successful in something like this. Okay, so we'll start from the beginning here. Without even starting the video, we already know that it's about meatballs, which is an Italian classic, of course. Nona, what are you making today? Okay, rushing up to Nona while she's clearly cooking sparks curiosity in the viewer.
I'm gonna make a meatball today. Watch me.
Believe it or not, I also think her age and heavy Italian accent add a lot to the video as well. It's like you almost immediately know that she's experienced, and her Italian accent makes you trust her authenticity. Okay, the short teaser in the beginning that displays her delicious creation turns that curiosity in the viewer into full-blown engagement. It looks so good, you have to see how it's done now. What do you put in the meatballs?
I mix ground pork and ground veal. I'm gonna put a few eggs.
I decided to lay some B-roll over the video of her talking about the ingredients because it's more aesthetically pleasing. Also, this right here is the perfect way to kill two birds with one stone. Of course, in this video, she needs to list the ingredients, but you also need to see exactly how she uses those ingredients. So the way I edited this part, I was able to do both of those things at the same time. If she was just standing there talking about the ingredients, some people might find that boring and just keep scrolling. I think this strategy that I used here definitely drove up engagement. Updating Nona on how many followers she has was the perfect nudge to any viewer who isn't already following her without just blatantly asking them for a follow. Nona, so at the time that we made our last video, you had just over 10,000 followers, and now you have 35,000. How does that feel? Also, I got really lucky on this part because her response was absolutely perfect. Like, even better than I could personally think of. She brought a much deeper meaning to someone hitting the follow button.
This tradition is very important to me. I would like to teach the younger generation. I have 5 grandchildren and I teach them first, and I would like to teach somebody else children. That would be wonderful.
So everyone who follows you is another grandchild of yours?
Yes.
Talking about how important it is for her to continue to pass these traditions on really tugs at the heartstrings. When someone hears about how proud she is to have more grandchildren, aka followers, to teach, the deal is sealed. That's actually a really important lesson that I learned while making this YouTube video. When it comes to gaining followers, if you create something that's meaningful, like there's really community behind it, people will follow. If you build it, they will come. All right, Nona, we're frying them now. Are you excited?
Very excited, yeah. They look beautiful and they're gonna taste good.
Okay, so moving on, the part where she says they're gonna taste good, that shows a little bit of her sense of humor. She thought she was hilarious in that moment, and that energy translates over to the viewer. Okay, this is good. The part where the tomato sauce and the olive oil sizzle in the pan and you hear that little tss, there's literally been research done on that. It gets your appetite going, so as the viewer, you are dying to see that finished product.
I'm gonna turn the sauce with the wood spoon. If you don't listen to me, you don't behave, I'll get you on your coolie.
Alright, in this part, she makes a joke threatening to hit me with the wooden spoon that she's using to turn the sauce. This joke really hits home for our Italian audience because it's a really hilarious stereotype for Italian grandmas. As a kid, you'd always get reprimanded with a little wooden spoon to the booty. This reference to our culture solidifies that Nona is authentic, and because these references are rare, they're highly appreciated by the niche of people who understand them. Alright, Nona, we're all done making the meatballs. Now it's time to do the hard work. We gotta try them.
We gotta try them.
At the end of the video, there's that really good looking B-roll of the finished product. I think there's a level of satisfaction that comes along with having been there for the entire process. Plus, the meatballs look amazing. Alright, Nona, you know what we gotta do.
Remind me when you were a baby, I used to feed you meatball.
How is it?
Very, very good.
On a scale from 1 to 10.
Oh, I will make it 15.
15!
Yes, they are very, very good.
We got a little extracurricular activities going on right now.
Look, down with the bread, man.
Cannot waste the tomato sauce.
It would be a sin. Don't waste anything.
High five, Graziella. Good job. The video finishes off with a taste test of the meatballs, which of course leaves the viewer jealous. But this is a really good way for Nona to show her personality to the audience. There's lighthearted humor in there and some good laughs. Now that we're no longer in the challenge, I'm allowed to shout it out, so if you want to follow along with Nona's videos, feel free to head to TikTok and follow her at Nona Gracie. Seriously, if content creation is something that you're interested into turning a career, watch this video again and take notes. I'm not even being sarcastic. There's not a single other content creator right now that has been this transparent about their strategy when it comes to going viral, let alone for free. Everyone's selling their $2,000 courses that aren't really gonna teach you anything. I'm not here to sell you a course. I genuinely just wanna see you all win, so if you're down to grow together, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Oh, and the notification bell, apparently that's important. Thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you next week for another video.